Alright, guys, we have Schalke versus Origin. Super important match for Schalke. Schalke started 7-2, and I think they went 2-9 in their last 11 games. Schalke's in a really fucking shitty spot. They're in a pickle. I don't think we've had teams start this well, do this badly. It's not even like the Misfit situation where they were really hyped up and they did really badly. It's this team was hyped up. They came out of the gate looking really strong and they started to have a dip. So that's what's really problematic for Schalke, where they are running into problems and they're not able to solve their problems. And because a lot of their problems are coming from mid and jungle, and underperformance from mid and jungle is the one spot on the map that you can't really cover up for. If your mid and jungle is not strong, there's just really no band-aid solutions that you can do. Like, you can do something like pick Lissandra and push. Or if your jungle's weak, maybe play a more defensive jungle or a jungle more focused on fast clearing that's good in team fights, like a tank, like a Seju or something like that. But even then, when you don't have priority from jungle and mid, you lose so much control in the map. So it's a problem with no real solution other than being stronger in mid and jungle when your mid and jungle aren't doing well. So it's been plaguing Schalke so much. As for Origin, they had a shaky few weeks, but they're turning out to be better. So let's see what they have in this game. Looks like a lot of AD carry bans coming out right away. Draven, Kalista, Lucian, targeted towards Patrick and Upset. Jace, also a very strong pick, especially if you're not going to first pick it. And then finishing with Vayne. Damn, so many bans towards ADs. Israel becomes super premium now. I mean, if you pick Israel, the other side will take Sivir Kai'Sa, but Israel, one of Upset's best champion, and a key champ for Schalke. Jarvan first pick is super interesting. I think there's a lot of better things to take, and also in EU, people have a huge preference for stuff like, let's go see, stuff like Karthus. So I was really surprised they didn't take something like Israel. So Rek'Sai Israel for Origin. Problem with Rek'Sai is when you take tank junglers into it, that's where Rek'Sai is supposed to be bad. But because their damage, or because Rek'Sai's damage and early priority and early pressure are gotten so good with the ult being undodgeable and new conquerors being very easy to stack for Rek'Sai, she's jumped up so much in tier. She can actually be blinded early and you can go into 1-3-1 comp really easily with her. Schalke following up with Kai'Sa, Lissandra. Lissandra has been a staple champ for Abadage, and also Kai'Sa, as I talked about, one of the better champion into Israel. And then looks like Origin finished up their draft with Braum. Braum, Israel, Rek'Sai. These are very strong early skirmishes. These are setting up for 1-3-1. I mean, Kench with Signal 1-3-1 much harder. This trio can team fight, but if you look at Schalke's, like Lissandra, Jarvan, Kai'Sa, their team fight just straight up looks much stronger. Where Origin is setting up better for a 1-3-1 draft and Schalke is setting up more so for a team fight draft. Yorick, Renekton out. Let's see what they pick. Swain, okay. Swain can go mid or top, still flexible, but most likely mid. We've been seeing much more Swain mid than Swain top. Ooh, Elise. Elise into Rek'Sai, theoretically a counter, but one thing I don't like about Elise here is when you're running Elise and Lissandra together, the enemy mid laner will just run Cleanse, and it makes your mid and jungle CC neutralize super easily. Whatever they take mid here, okay, so they're just going to put Swain mid. Yeah, Swain's just going to run Cleanse. And then it's Jarvan top lane, Poppy, nice into Jarvan, a tank into tank, and also able to cancel out Jarvan EQ very easily, able to cancel out Olive start WQ easily, able to cancel out Kai'Sa ult even if she needs to. So a lot of ways that Poppy can fuck with the Schalke comp. So Origin opted into more of a 1-4 comp than a true 1-3-1 comp. They don't have that much split pushers. Poppy and Swain, while they can split push, they are primary team fighting champions, so they're going to look to team fight. So both teams are looking to team fight. Both teams have champions that can split push, but not that well. So another thing that's super interesting is Nukeduck took teleport instead of taking cleanse. I guess he feels confident that he won't get bursted down by Lissandra Elise, but not taking cleanse versus Lissandra Elise is pretty suspect. Damn, he must be super confident. Okay, he took Spellbook, so he can take cleanse at least later. It just... yeah, why would you not take cleanse versus a Lissandra Elise? Both teams have champions that can split push. Swain, Lissandra, Jarvan, Poppy. They can all split push to a certain degree, but they are not true split pushers, and they aren't that well or that capable of taking turrets and putting on a lot of pressure. So both teams are probably going to look to get priority in a side lane and use that to team fight. Early gank coming in. Great E follow-up. What's the panting that he did? Oh, he did wolves into red into double golem. Why did Rek'Sai pass like that? So double golems is a very special camp in the early levels, because taking double golems will allow you to get level 3 with 3 camps. No other camps allows you to get level 3. So Rek'Sai passed like that. He went wolves, red, double golems to be able to gank top at levels with 3 camps and level 3, and also make it really confusing for the opponent. Because usually when you're ganking top, when you do something like red double golem scuttle and then gank top, but Schalke took the top side scuttle, so they thought, oh, there's no way that Rek'Sai could gank top or be level 3. But the pathing that Cold did of wolves red into double golem was a special pathing that allows you to gank the top lane. So just well played from Cold. Origin have similar style to TL, even their team comps are similar. Why do you have concerns with TL playing the same style? I do have some concerns about Origin not picking split pushers that much and opting in. They are definitely more of a one. Let's look at this play first and then we can talk about that. Okay, Elise just got insta deleted. Didn't even get to E, didn't get to flash, really didn't do anything. Got insta deleted. Same thing for Ignar. They just over committed into it and Poppy teleport wrecked them. So yes, there's also concerns for OG in terms of running the 1-4. But one thing that OG is a little bit better than TL on is being able to close out the games once they do have Baron, and they're a little bit faster of getting to that point. But TL's also been shoring up their playstyle much more. So my criticism for TL came very early in the split regarding them being boring, them being one-dimensional. Outside of Impact playing Akali, TL didn't play any kind of split pushers, and split pushers that were very important in the meta, stuff like Jace. But now TL's playing those, and TL's split pushing much more, so a lot less worried for TL, and also somewhat still like have doubts about OG and how they'll do internationally. I mean, they are a brand new team, but they have been better about snowballing the game and closing out when they do have Baron, so not that concerned. This Herald Stars. Well, they were lucky they were able to get it. I feel like they had enough pressure from top side. Lissandra, no items. Swain has his Roa finished. What would have happened if Swain just decided to walk up there? Maybe they... It looks like OG felt like they couldn't contest and Schalke felt confident enough they could take it. Also, never should allow Rift Herald to get double charges like that. Remember when we talked about getting chain CC'd as the Swain and it being dangerous? I mean, he did have cleanse there, but still, you can see like that's one of the only ways it can be bad for Swain when you get chain CC'd. Alright, let's go back to that fight. Yeah, Swain got his ult activated way too late. If you go back and look here, like, so Swain gets CC'd, he cleanses, but he gets Lissandra ulted after, and then after that's over, he's activating his ult. He's just ulting way too late. Poppy coming in, able to kill this. Going in for Alistar after. Able to stun Alistar. Kill, and now cold dive. Oh, how much is it? 2 for 3 trades so far. Pretty bad on Nukeduck's part for not using ult and then stopwatch, and also just getting chased CC'd and getting bursted there. But other than that, still really good for OG. They're able to come out of the fight 3-2, and they also get bot turret off a bit. Schalke invested so much, but still came out behind. Like, imagine here, Nukeduck ults right away. He ults right away before they're able to go on him. Would have been so good. He would have been able to been ulting so much earlier and then able to actually explode the ult and put on the damage. Remember what we talked about though? Schalke's weakness comes from their mid and jungle, and their mid and jungle's 2v2 strength, and actually doing stuff with their mid and jungle. Like, their mid and jungle combined right now is 1-5. It just becomes so hard to play the game when your mid and jungle is losing. You know he had cleanse. I know he had cleanse, but the chain CC and also due to how knockups work, he couldn't cleanse the first CC and ult right away. Just when they're left, like, this is where I see Schalke losing the most. In mid 2v2s and in 5v5 situations in 5v5 situations where, or 5v5 or 4v4 situation where their mid and jungle has to do brunt of the work. What they do when Schalke has priority, they get very little. And when they don't have priority and they don't know what they need to be doing, they get ran over so much. That's been their core problem. Schalke needs an intelligent player in their team. They just need to start winning mid and jungle. They need to start winning mid and jungle, and they need to learn what they want to do with the mid and jungle advantages that they build. Let's see how quickly Warzone does things. I want them to get air drake next, and I want them to start slowly setting up for Baron. Their Baron damage is actually pretty low, so probably around 25-26 minutes, that's where they'll really pressure for Baron. But for now, they should be stacking Dragon as much as possible. This is what I mean regarding investment. Remember, let's go back a little bit. So Schalke, let's see what they do with their mid and jungle. Their jungle around Wraith side, their mid shadowing their solo laner and trying to kill the Poppy. And then Kai'Sa teleports behind. So they invested 3 people to try to get the kill on Poppy. While their jungle was doing that, he was looking for a catch on Wraith side, and he was coming back in, and then he got caught out. This is what I mean with Schalke's jungle and mid do so little with their priority, and when they don't know what they need to be doing, they just give up everything. A lot of times, if you just play standard and you don't do anything versus Schalke, they'll lose by themselves because they don't know what they need to be doing. I mean, now with that mid inhib gone, OG can really pressure for Baron now. And Schalke can't even take team fights on them, and they don't have a way of split pushing, so the game's in OG's hand. OG can win by drawing one person bottom, they can win by just setting up Baron. There's so many things that OG can just do. OG deciding to play side lanes. If they're playing side lanes, then I'm not sure why they would play so heavily for this side lane here. You can see OG walk in this jungle. I have no idea. I don't quite understand why they want to be on this side. And yeah, so heavily invested into this side. Nukeduck's top, he doesn't have teleport. I'd rather they play around Baron than trying to get control here. Trying to get control here just looks really troll. And yeah, they get punished for it. Braum gets caught out. Bad movement from OG. Now walking towards Baron. Now it's going to come down to setting up Baron and then forcing people into them and actually getting to kill. So 27 minute, 4 Dragon. They also have an Earthdrake now. In a really good spot to actually, start setting up Baron and start it. They're just doing this way too aggressively, and I want them to place a center ward here, and I want them to force them into chokes. They're just walking into them where they can be setting up chokes. So they went on them in mid lane, and then they're just trying to rush Baron. Now going back. This choke play that they did on Odo, this is what I wanted them to do in the first place, not after. Well, at least they got it done. I wanted them to do this choke play before they did the mid lane catch play, but they got it done. They're still going to get Baron. You can't have everything in life. I can expect good macro. I can't have everything, but I can expect good macro and get it. Woo, that Q flash. Them actively taking a fight into Swain. Swain going boom. Yeah, just look at the combined score for mid and jungle for Schalke. 2-8-3. Their combined mid and jungle is 2-8-3. That's my problem with Schalke. Their weakness are in a spot where it can't be covered up in mid and jungle. Oh, ripperoni.